Welcome everybody. Today is another live coding session with me, Farney Renders, and I hope the demo gods is with me. I hope the technical gods is with me, or whatever you call them. My live stream is all set up and I'm ready to go. Let's start the show. So, starting the music. I hope everyone has a very good night tonight. It's 9 o'clock here in Netherlands. Just getting everything started. Right, so last week I was not live. I was actually thinking about what we're going to be doing next. What we're doing for the past couple of 5 or so episodes is to refactor a legacy application that was built like many years ago into a cloud native serverless system. So I'm trying to poke around on Azure Functions and all those kind of goodness. And then I came across, just actually share my screen. I came across these guys. It's called Function Monkey, which is actually pretty cool. So what they do is they say it's a clean, fluent API to create functions with all the boilerplate taken care of, and runtime support for authorization and dependency injection. For the folks that has seen my previous casts, we've been slowly but surely making progress of our little customer API or customer management system that we're busy building in functions. And as we know that some of the things like dependency injection, validation, and that kind of things you get kind of for free in ASP.NET Core is a bit difficult in functions, or a bit of a different way of thinking to implement them. So, but by the way, I've also noticed that it's very easy to actually make use of instance functions instead of static functions, and this is set aside from the Function Monkey thing now. So I was thinking maybe incorporating Function Monkey. I've never, before this show, I've never really played with it yet again, so tonight's actually the best time to actually start looking at it. But if we just take a look at this this code, for instance, we have how would I say this, a configuration which has a build, and then you have a kind of a builder pattern going on here where you set up your services, you set up your authorization, your validation, and your functions. And each function that talk about bindings has a HTTP binding with a root and like service bus and storage, etc. So it looks quite promising. Do check them out. AzureFromTheTrenches.com, or you can go to functionmonkey.azurefromthetrenches.com. And I believe the Mr. James Randall is busy doing this project, so please do check out his GitHub repo and send some pull requests, because I think it's going to be an awesome project yet. In terms of version, I have no idea what version is the latest one. I will check it out on, we can actually see this on NuGet, NuGet. What was it called? Function Monkey. Yeah, so it's very early stages, and for those who know me, I like beta and alpha versions. If something is in normal release, like an official release, I get like bored. I want the new things. So let's see if we can incorporate the new things into our little application. Jumping right in. This time I was also thinking of not using Visual Studio, maybe do a bit of a different thing. Oh, my light just went off. Hold on. also go off probably. Let's see, battery is finished, but there's light. Where was I? So we have our job card management solution, and to be able to do this in Visual Studio Code, I've installed this Solution Explorer, which allows you to sort of view Visual Studio solutions inside VS Code. So I'm going to try my best to go as far as VS Code as possible, to actually step away from the product Visual Studio itself, which is a great product, by the way. I just want to sort of show that whatever we're doing right now is really truly cross-platform. Although I don't have a Mac or anything, I could most probably run this on Linux, but it's a bit of a setup. I'm running it on Windows, by the way, but just to show wherever VS Code lives, this thing will be cross-platform, that given also the tooling that's going with it. During the stream I will also take a look at some of the chat going on, so you might see me going backwards and forwards and pausing a bit, just to make sure that my friends that's watching the show can hear me very well, which is very important, and also the quality of the stream needs to be also very important. So, okay, so what do I have here? We've got 2 endpoints, and I think we can need to stick this to 2 endpoints. We have our create customer and our get single customer endpoint. I've heard that it is now possible to do instance functions on Azure Functions, which means we have our static functions here, and all our functions are static functions, which is a bit annoying, because we would like to have instance functions to make use of dependency injection that we all know and love, right? Let me see. How do I do dependency injection here? I don't. Oh, there's no map here, but on the create I definitely do. That's why I was using this ValiZone Azure Web Jobs extension. Very cool package. So if I jump right over to my create customer endpoint, we can see I have my inject attribute there, which helps me out to wire up the dependencies in my function itself. It's almost like the from services attribute in ASP.NET Core. And then that gets all, let me see, that gets all wired up into the startup thing, because Azure Functions has this notion of web jobs startup interface that you implement, and here you add your services and stuff. So let's try this out first. Before I dive into Function Monkey, I would like to sort of convert my function first to a instance function. And you know, I've been trying this out. It should be as quickly as doing this in that, for instance, and it should be as easy as actually taking. I wonder if that will work. Taking that out there and putting it in here, right? This will definitely work. This will definitely work, right? So control dot this one, create a field. I can take that map initialize thing out because that's not necessary. I still inject my binder and I still inject my log because that should work out of the box. And just want to attribute some music. Now playing is Loving This Moment by Takato and Finicio. I can't pronounce the names, I'm just gonna say the song names that's playing right now. But it's kind of good music. If you guys don't like the music, ping me and we can change the station. As easy as that. Right, so what do we have here? So I just converted my things to a instance functions. Save that and save that. And I think out of the box, services.add auto mapper. Let me just see, configure, and this is blurred. I'm gonna leave this as is. This is not, is this a value thing? I don't think so, right? I see, add dependency injection. So this probably adds something else. So I probably could say configure services and pass in my builder dot services here. So this is out of the box dependency injection. So hitting F5, hope for the best, and let's see if this works. Because doing this, oh no, what is the problem? It will probably now, oh no. Okay, let's just see. I've changed something here. Aha, it doesn't know how to run this. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We can just create a copy of this thing. Tasks, launch. Let's use this one. Hit F5, it will say configure tasks. Yep, .NET Core. Paste this guy in here, and that should work. So if I hit F5, it should do the whole thing that's in my function. What happened earlier was I was installing this Visual Studio Solution Explorer, and previously I was in the scope of customer management folder. But now if I'm actually on the higher scope. Oh, that doesn't work. I'm actually on a higher scope, and it tries to sort of run the higher scopes as launch thingy. Probably should change the other one as well, yeah. Let's copy this one. We'll just do that again and just ask him to open up launch.json. Okay, I know that. Let's see. Okay, so do that. So that should probably do the trick, right? Failed to start debugging. Okay, that's a bit of a weird one. Let's just close that and open it up again and see what happens. Let's run and see what happens. I'm not an expert in launching Visual Studio Code. We'll figure this out together, I suppose. No, it still doesn't work. So for some reason, this what I'll try and do now, because there's one here. I wonder if it should work if I cut this guy out, go here, because technically this should work, right? So let's see if this works now. Just taking the one from the scope and just moving it up the stack. Still doesn't work. I wonder if I should do a quick clean. Okay, let's see if that works now. Otherwise I'll just open up the normal folder for now. I don't think it cannot find won't work because it's okay, so what we'll do is we'll just end this and just go into a Visual Studio Code like normally, that I know it worked. Alright, so from here it should work. It should sort of try to configure itself. Yes, left, grid outside, la la la. Yes. Okay. Finished initializing project. Now run it. This looks kind of promising, I hope. Please don't break on me. We have goal score. I normally then do this. It is awesome sauce. Alright, so now it actually worked. It's sort of to ran those functions. Sorry for the green, I don't know how I can get rid of this, but let's actually see. So if we go to our, now there's no solution, just use this one then. If we go to our requests thingy and actually get, I wonder, Storage Explorer, just quickly opening up Storage Explorer because I might have, and yeah, let's just actually make this start from one. Post, does this work? Executing request, it's taking a bit of time. Does it work? Does it not work? Come on, what's happening? Is it stuck somewhere or not? Executing request, another one. These things are not working. There we go. Take some time. So, alright. So it took some time to work. So it did not work because no connection could be made. Blah, 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 blah. So let's try this again. Yes. Okay. Now it failed. Localhost 7170, and this thing is running on 71. Yeah. API customers. No connection could be made because the target machine refused it. Interesting. Okay, this is interesting. Now it doesn't work at all. Let me see if we can fix this. This is instance function, and I wonder, let's just quickly put it back. Out. And let me see. What can be the problem? The machine actively refused it. So I wonder if I open this up in Visual Studio, it will react differently, because sometimes it does. And I hope that's not the case. And opening the solution. While that's opening, let's open up a local storage of the emulator. I see what the problem is. Okay, so it was working. My storage account or my storage emulator was not running. I see, that's the problem. Come on baby, start. So I'm using the storage emulator to emulate Azure Storage because I don't have a storage account set up yet. So now let's give it a kick. By the way, do you guys prefer Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code? Because I'm going to continue in Visual Studio Code for now. Let's see, so keep everything as is and just hit F5 and hope for the best. We've got some nice music from John Kenza called Heartfire. Well, I think it's nice music. You can beg to differ. And she's working. Just put this like that. Can I dock? How can I dock this guy? I'm gonna dock it there. Alright, so there's my functions. Alright, so let's go to this request thingy, do a request. That went through because it's got a lease. Yes, yes, it's working. Viva, viva. So instance functions, I'm confirmed now. Or it is confirmed, at least it is working. So just by changing your static to instant functions, and it just works. One caveat that I can maybe do point out is that you just need to make sure. All that I've basically changed is adding dependency injection, just by supporting natively dependency injection, and I've enabled instance methods, nothing else. But as far as I can tell, the bind and everything else still will work exactly as planned. But I must say, going to the CS-proj, this needs to be net standard 2.0. Very important. There's one thing I've noticed, because we could say net core app, what's it, 2.1 or 2. Whatever, right, and save that. So stop this guy and let this if I just say 5 again, it will fail. I have no idea why. Hi Eric, hope you're well. Hopefully we can have some beers and celebrate that my stream is working well. Alright, so it works, it starts up as you can see. Like expected. If this works, by the way, I don't know what to do. But it will not. Okay, so it starts up, right? But if I do a request, if I actually invoke a request, that's valid. Let's see if I just do the same one, because it will fail. It actually worked. But how is that possible? I thought it was only running on .NET Core app, because this .NET Core app and dependency injection was working fine. It probably has to do with other things. Let me see if we can let's start from scratch. So maybe this cached somewhere. Just want to make 100% sure, because I'm actually blogging about this soon. basically moving a ASP.NET Core application to a function, which is scary in itself because it's two different models. But the cool thing is, both of them are based on the same framework, .NET Core, Functions version 2 to be exact. Which is, there won't be any reason not to be able to port your ASP.NET application over to Functions. You're actually going to be deleting more code than modifying code, I would say. That's not really true, but you get my drift. Okay, so let's run this again. It should do a clean, it should do a rebuild. Okay, now this fails again. This fails again out of the box. And I think it has to do with the fact that it's sometimes messing with my lingo. Does not want to start, but in any case, let's try this again. And changing the CS projects to net standard. It's actually supposed to go further than that, but in any case, let's restore the stuff. Alright, so it looks like it's working. That's all restoring at least. Yeah, that works. So it has probably something to do with, I don't know, something that's one of the caveats, I would say. It works fine on .NET Standard, and let's just leave it like that because it works, I would say, for now. Huh? Yeah. Great, so that's that. One thing I wanted to share, which is good for timing. I'm gonna remove Willy from our dependencies. We still would need AutoMapper, and we would still would need functions, but is that the latest version? Should be, right? How can I check this? That should be the right version, right? Yep, that is the right version. That is the right version. Okay, we have storage, everything works fine. Let's hit F5 again. I'm just gonna execute that same endpoint. We should be able to getting a nice Azure Functions logo. Then we know that's actually the runtime has been started up. Okay, this is okay, somewhere in my code now there's a problem. Problems. Yay, cool. Create customer. Not found. Oh, yeah. Probably do that. And then, do I have another values or anything? Yeah, probably not, hey? So let's see. Well, Eric, sorry for the cold. I hope you feel better. But thank you for coming and viewing my amateur stream. Let's see. This works fine, right? It's running, hopefully. Yes. There's your logo. I know it's fine. Everything had compiled. And once that's up and running, we can see let's check something out. Cool. Okay, so let's execute this. I should get a bad request. Yeah, and if I change this to a 2, for instance, I should be able to get it created, which is perfectly fine by me. Okay. So yeah, save this, guys. Let's just commit this. I just want to see if I've got everything here. Untracked. Okay. But why is this untracked? This is on cloud level, which obviously does not work. Go back here. Remove this for now because it's not necessary. Introduced instance functions. Yep, let's do that. Alright. Now folks, I see I've still got some duplicate chats going on there. It's not a biggie, we will try to fix that later on. Moving on to our second topic. Okay, it's this function monkey now. Let's see if we can get this guy going into our solution. Getting started. Let's see what they say. Install function monkey and the compiler. See, how do I do a specify the version there? I suppose I can just oh, I'm all over the show. Your functions. .NET CLI. Okay, let's stop this, guys. I see, when I have the Restream chat open, I get duplicate chats. Eric, if you're watching, maybe just ping me something on the chat. I just want to see if it's fixed now. Installing function monkey. quite a cool package, I hope. The other one is the compiler. No idea what the compiler does, but we'll figure it out. And next will the compiler. Still no chat. Alright, so that's installed. Okay. What do I need? So let's start with this hello world command. Very simple. Function app start. Something tells me I should do this on an empty ASP.NET Core application. Oh, now I can, because it would be too much of a noise. Oh, cool, works. Validation, stuff like that. Or we just jump in and see what we can do to make this better. Alright, so let's begin by creating a folder in our new project called commands, and then we'll add the class called hello world command. So in our case, maybe let's do that. Right, so just commands. Oh, not there. Let's keep on this level, right? Yep. Commands there, and then we. Right, I don't think the restream bot is still showing YouTube comments, or missed that last test message, which is now. Alright, yeah, so I just have restream bot open, Eric. Let me exit it. Try again if you can, because it's popping up on the screen again. It looks like when the chat is open, it sort of duplicates everything. If it's not working, then we'll just deal with the duplicate chats for now. But that's not a problem we're trying to to solve, I would say. There is nothing happening
on site, but she looks like trouble. Her lips so
I think this thing needs to be running. Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna run it again.
she won't be good for me.
Okay. What is happening here? Two viewers. No. That's interesting. Alright, so reload. Focus, Bonnie, focus. Alright, let's see. Got my commands open here, and I should add a hello world command. So let's just copy paste this guy in there. Hello command CS, and let's just hello world command. And then let's stick that in there. Probably need to use the commanding abstractions. That's perfect. And then we need an. Let's add a folder in a project called handlers, and we'll add this handler to it. Alright, so let's say handlers, and we create a new file called, this was called hello world command handler. That's also a class, we stick that in there, we'll just resolve the light bulbs and stuff, how they call it. Hello stranger, what's happening here? You have shape changes, save, great. So now we have a command, we have handlers. And what else? So for those that are not familiar with the CQRS kind of pattern or the command pattern, is we're creating commands, and then for each command we need to have a handler that handles that specific command. So what will happen is function monkey will invoke a handler depending on a certain command, and it will handle that command appropriately. So now we need, let me just see, we have to find a command handler. We have to be creating a public class implements iFunction app configuration interface. Add class into your project root. Okay, so this needs to be in your root. It's almost like a function app. Alright, let's see. It's almost like a startup, right? So we can maybe call this something else. App configuration. Stick that in there. Alright. Does this work? No. Pull this as well. Okay, that works fine. Class needs to implement that. Now, technically speaking, if I hit F5, I should get an additional endpoint. Hopefully. This fails, could not file your post. It's failing. All these things. Not in standard 1. What? That's concerning. Could not load types. Why does this target net standard 1? Net core app 2.1. Interesting. Actually, I want to take a existing application or existing or new function or function project rather. Let us see. Run again. Don't think it will work, right? Still errors. Couldn't load web host. Why is this not working? Unable to load one or more required types. Azure Web Jobs host. That's interesting because it It should be here, right? So the extension, NuGet package maybe? I have no idea. I don't think so. Let's search for it. Cool. So let's install this and see what happens. So nothing can go wrong, right? So we've already have source control. If this fails, it fails. Okay, now it works. Let's run it. And let's see. So it doesn't work. So both failed. Oh, it's actually still working. It's building. I could not find workshops. What can be the problem? I wonder. Isn't this a... I'm just hoping this will solve it, but I don't think it will. Light went off again because of battery. It looks like my 2 lights I bought does not continue for ages, only for a bit of ages. Build even fails now. Hello? Dot it build. Come now. Build succeeded. Cannot open this file though. Let's keep it on standard and let's open this with Visual Studio and see if we can get the same thing going there, because I doubt. Otherwise we just need to create a one from scratch just to test out the waters to see if this will actually make a difference in our application. It's a cool concept though. Alright, so this is on. We can immediately see it. Should be nothing wrong there. Maybe it's a kind of a hiccup in VS Code. It's also not working here. Okay, now let's actually start from scratch and see if this actually is a valid thing that's working out of the box, because maybe I'm missing something. Just do cloud Azure functions, let's just call it function app 1. Okay, just call this a empty one, for instance, and we will copy commands and handlers and configuration. We'll just copy. Oh, one. I tend to place my commands and handlers next to each other. sometimes in the same file works great for big projects. Thanks for the tip, Juan, or Juan, how do I say your name? Hope I pronounce it correctly. Thanks for that tip. First I'm gonna see if this works, then we can think about what works best. That sticks in here like this, and then also what I need is these two packages, right? So I need to add these two beta packages. In here. So format this. How do I format this? Control K, Control something on my document. There we go. Now technically I should be able to just hit F5, I would say. I know why it failed. Because it has a WebJob startup file. And I think it's kind of competing. We'll try that in a sec. To remove it. This seems to work. Builds. Runs. I know what the problem is. This takes a while. Come now. It's loading Cube client. All these symbols. Why is it so slow? There we go. Something's happening. In the meanwhile, I'll just go ahead here and I'll just maybe comment this whole thing out. This works fine. Starting job host. That also works fine. One function loaded, which is a good thing. It takes its time. It loads and it loads and it loads very slowly. Is it supposed to be this slow? Probably just me. Interesting things. Don't have patience. I think so. He said something about proxies here on the website about the proxies being operated by the call pattern. Contained a bug that caused function projects with project.json to crash. I don't have proxies, so it should be fine. But why is this not? Oh, okay, fine. That works. I've just sort of. So technically, when I do this, and do that, and hit send request. Can I send request? Send request. Something happening after 3 seconds. Hello stranger. Okay, cool, that works. Alright, so let's kill this. Technically now when I run my application, it should not break. It's building. Let's hope it goes well. Or what do I say? Or what do I say? Extensions not found. Wow, no. Okay. Something is happening here, I suppose. There we go, something is happening. Now it starts up. I was right. I was right. I shouldn't sing. So it's now link 3 functions. Yeah, the hello proxy and my hello world, which still works. Let's see. So, oh my gosh. Did it send request? Just 6 seconds, eh? Hopefully that's not that long. Right, so there's our hello world, which is a kind of cool way. How can we get our current functions into a similar fashion? So let's try that now. Let's say a create customer command. Just stick that in there. Okay, create customer command. What do we have? All these other stuff. And we'll this returns a this should return a customer, right? So this should return a customer. Do it like that. Well, I need to inherit this from command abstractions, and that should go from what do we return here? Eventually we map to something. Yeah. Yep. We'll return a customer model. So what's inside of the hello world command is all the parameters, I would say. So in this case would be okay, this is actually the handler. I was actually busy coding, but in case. Let's remove all these things. So I think here, and get rid of those. Add this guy in here. Right. So what do we add here? We could actually use our models and we could convert them. New person customer model. New person customer model. New customer base. New customer model. Okay, so we can return. We can use that. Let's see. So let's just go for the person customer for now. New person customer. Suppose that's a different command. Just how do I close all this stuff? Create customer command.
I have painted pictures of the past, the brighter future that I want to last. I'm looking for the place
How would we?
my dreams. I'll hold on tightly to what I believe.
I have no idea how would we do this. The thing is, we need to distinguish between a customer, company customer, and a private customer. Suppose you can do the new customer model. Let's just do this like that. See where we get. New. Oops. No, not that one. Wrong one. Create person. Create person customer command. I'll just basically we'll do that, right? So we can keep track of it. And this is commands. And I wonder do we oh, sorry. Let's remove all the validations and try to keep it the same as the thing. So we have got all these other things set up. We now need a handler. Right, so this is cool. Handlers, maybe. Okay, this is where it sort of knows which one is which. It comes in. Okay, well, cool. Great person customer command handler. Give this a namespace as, what was it? Where am I? That. Great. On track. And we'll just copy a bit of code here. So. Okay, so we want to use the create customer person customer command. Bring that in, and we want on to customer. Just company model, isn't it? No. Weird. Lost. Customer model. Right. Let's see when this thing executes. Where's my functions here? That's great. So this eventually goes to two things. This goes to a customer model eventually. Right? Isn't it? Or
Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage as your future vibes. Bright lights, they put me in a daze, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around up and down on that stage as your
I can imagine that this is a new customer model. Or customer model. So many things. Okay, these are the things. A company model. Let's see, a company model with a customer model. Okay, so we will definitely return a customer model. So let's just go back here. Model. So let's just bring this in. Oh, it's paused. Using that. Can I use that person customer command? What's happening here? Implement interface. Yep. Why is this a create person customer command? Okay, yeah. That will do the trick. That will go away in a sec. I just create person customer command. Save this now? No, I did not. Let's just save that, that will go away in a sec. Why is this not going away? Create person customer. Create person customer command there. So. Right, so that should go away now any second, hopefully. Commands. Yep. Okay, so now this was getting that previous result. What do you mean by the previous result? So, okay. In any case, let's see. So, function. If we would have bought some of these things, yeah. Request body. Validation. How can we do validation? Actually, let's do that. For now. And we say does async work here? Maybe. This is customer model or something, right? We'll just say model. Great, so now how does it know which route this is? Oh, I configured it there. Right. I see. I see. Go to my app configs. I have to register my command handler. How do I duplicate? Hello. That's not hello. It's create.
If you get it right the first time,
Person, customer, command handler.
all you gotta do is make it hot,
Create person, customer.
and then you know you got my body locked.
Really? Create person, customer, command. Create person, customer, command handler. What's the problem? I did not rename it right. I should just kill this one because it's in the way.
Get it right the first time, then you know you got it anytime you want it, babe.
Right, so this should be that. Oops.
And then you know you got my body locked.
That's create person, customer, command handler. I can kill that one. I can pull in this one. Yep. So we have now versions. API v1, and we can call this, for instance, customers, right? Isn't it?
You know you got my body locked.
API customers, and then you have a. Yeah, let's just work on this one. With the version is the cool one. And the root is hello, hello, create person customer. I see. I can already see where this is going. Hit F5 and see what happens. Now the thing is, we're waiting like loads of time. Cool outline, which is quite handy. One thing that would be cool is something called edit and continue with functions. So is that a thing? Well, I've received my create customer proxy, but not my create customer.
Fill me out with your smile, like the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame, I will let you in this game. Take me out.
Why is it V1 as the proxy?
Cause with you I'm safe and sound, 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 safe and sound.
Why do they create this as a proxy though? Let's see. Seconds later, I've got okay. Cool. So what can I pass in here? Technically it's working fine. Prefix action. This is my root prefix. And then here authorization types, HTTP method. Here's a root. Let's see. So what's the difference between this is the root prefix? If I do this, API customers, this is called V1 maybe, that's fine. In here I would like to HTTP method. What? No. Post. There's a route also in there. Why would I need a route? Okay, customer, let's do that for now. We can run this and see. I wonder if I run this thing in the background, will it actually pick up? Like a watch kind of thing. So for the friends that's joining my stream, welcome. I'm busy poking around with Function Monkey, which is quite cool. proxy. Funny thing is, why does it create a proxy? I don't like the proxies. What's the difference between that and that? No. Post. Yeah, Azure function proxies. See what it doesn't, mustn't go. Okay, so maybe 3 via in Canada. Let's see. This is called create customer. Create person customer. Does that take the... I see. So well... It's a bit of a learning curve, but it's fine. Let's say customers. See how that comes out. And is that necessary? New prefix. API. Let's see. I think my stream has stopped for some reason. Am I still online? Can you see? It has stopped. For some reason my stream is very slow again. Let's see what's going on there. But create customer command. Why is it using this? That works well. So hopefully my stream is back now. For some reason I went away for a while and did not see that I went away. This is take 2. I'm just going to continue. I've added Function Monkey to my application. It works quite well, but the only thing I don't really understand is why it is doing this weird roots. Is there somewhere I can infer the roots? Let's read. v1 hello world. Let's see, HTTP trigger, routing. Let's see, HTTP route.
It doesn't take much to be here. It only takes that small lightning arc you want to share.
If you want to use path-based routing, then simply set a subroute using typical curly brace. Now this is what I want. For some reason it's not doing what I want. I can go customers here. Config this out. That should sort of do the same thing.
Ready for this?
I could Google something here. Edit and continue. Let's see. It's starting to get very slow again, hey? Now up running again, I see. I hope. Yep. It looks like it. Yeah, that's much better. So there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi. Any case, I'm back live, which is good, I suppose. Let's see. These things happen, hey? Okay, let's just see what we can do. Yeah, that's debugging multiple functions. Okay, that's running now. What do I have here? I don't like that. I have that, but that's the functions proxy. Is this a proxy or what the? I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go back home. Go back home. Get started. That's what I've done. One of those is an underlying function and the other one is the proxy. What happens if I want to... I see. I want to block my proxy actually. So what's the point of having a proxy? This is not what I want, but okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this going. Functions. Get single customer. Just kill that for now. I'm sorry folks, the connection is so slow. Don't know what's happening. So now technically I should have 2 endpoints. It just takes years for this thing to load. Does it really need to go through a proxy though? So there's the proxy and there's the normal one. Okay, so this works definitely, right? So I can now copy and paste this. Even if I just will this work if I watch it? It will do this whole thing over again. Have edit continue. Let's see what happens if I say 1 and I say this. What will happen? Does it remember it or? Nine seconds. That's the only thing I cannot.
Your love came in and thawed my heart.
Get over. But in any case, seems quite easy. So, a great customer. Oh no, we're actually on commands. So, great person customer. We have this. And then let's see.
Then in the light of your sun, it changes everything.
So internet's dodgy.
You pull me out from the dust and you redefine me.
After a winter so cold, it left me frozen inside.
Let's add validation and see what happens.
Song that unraveled me. The melody was enough to rewrite my story. There's no place I would rather be.
Okay.
Then in the light of your sun, it changes everything. There's no face I would rather see. You pull me out from the dust and you redefine me.
Okay, so we can go back here and we can add a validator. We just maybe add a root validators.
I was walking through the desert.
Great person validator.
For the truth, left everything behind me. Went to King out for you. Walking through
Great person.
deep under the moon.
Customer.
I'm a rock.
Validator. Let's call that that.
You're 1,000 miles away, but if you come
Yes.
while I'm
Very long words.
stay tonight.
Add that in there.
You're 1,000 miles away.
Great
If you come while I'm away,
person. Customer command.
stay tonight. Yes,
Can use that. So rename that. That should work fine, right? So that will.
stay tonight. Stay tonight.
What?
When swimming in the ocean, don't know which one it
Let's add validators in here.
diving to the bottom, searching for your love. I heard it was a treasure no one has ever seen. Hide inside a love
Okay, that works.
buried in the sand.
Now,
You're 1,000 miles away, but if you
my
come
question is,
away, stay tonight,
do I need to
stay tonight. You're 1,000
do like validation
if you come while I'm away.
on these things?
Tonight, stay tonight, yeah, stay tonight.
Because frankly,
If you come while I'm away, yeah, stay tonight,
I don't want to.
stay tonight.
Great customer. So what would they have here? Required.
Stay tonight.
Well, let's leave it like this and see what happens. Doesn't actually pick up the
Stay tonight.
validators. Add fluent validation. Cool. Let's add fluent validation and see. Yes. Can it was in here? Nothing. Okay, well. also have to that, I suppose. Create person command. Create person command validator. Is that will command and the command validator? No, what is this complaining about? It goes there. But I don't have a create person custom command validator. Control dot does not do anything. Why doesn't this work? File not found. What's this thing? Go away. Very weird. Abstract. Missing something. Yep. That's what I'm missing. Yes, that will go away. What do I have to put in here? Nothing, I suppose.